Namaste. So today I have decided to invest some time in swatching out my alcohol markers because recently I have started using them. But I was never much of a swatching person. So I would just refer to the tips of the color on the markers itself to accept the fact that this is the color that it would lay out. And then in some cases that was not true, and I realized that I do need a reference guide to see how these colors look on paper, because otherwise I'm going to end up making wrong choices. The reason why I never used to swatch before is firstly because I was not doing coloring so much. Also, I was not using so many mediums. So I would use maybe just two or three different types of pencils, or maybe one type of pencil and one type of gel pen or something like that. So it was not really required for me to have a reference guide. But now that I have gel pens, I have various kinds of pencils and alcohol markers, which is a completely new medium for me. I think it's high time that I had a reference guide, at least for the alcohol marker, since it's a new medium for me. And to do that, I have just taken one of the old diaries that I had from some previous years. Of course, it was not used much, and there are sufficient papers in this for me to convert this into a reference guide for any swatching that I might do today or in future. So everything is in one place, and I don't have to keep on looking in different places. I can keep this as a guide for myself. When I started the process, I was a bit confused on how I would like to go about it. First, I thought that, it is too much to write down the whole name or something like that. I thought I will just swatch out the number and do it. But then I thought that since I'm investing the time, I might as well write the name also in case I need to refer to it. Then it is easier if the data is already there, and that's why then I did this. It was a bit difficult because my workstation is not that big, and with so many colors lying around, it was a bit difficult. And it there were quite a few long pauses in between before I could clear the previous lot and then start with the new one. I had to sort them by numbers. More so because in the set of 80 which I have, so to tell you what I'm swatching, I'm sorry I didn't mention that, but probably it would be in the title of the video. Is that I'm swatching out the Touch New alcohol markers set of 80 markers, right? So in the set of 80, you don't have all the markers in a sequence. So you have like one, and then you have the three, and then maybe you have some other number. So it's not in sequence. So I was thinking on how I should be doing this sequencing. Should I go by all the reds together and not care what the sequence is, or So I was trying to think about it, and then I thought I should not make it very complicated since I'm doing this for the first time, and then use this as experience to decide in future if I need to swatch something, how I would do it. So what I did was I just sorted them out by serial number, and then I just went from one to whatever number I had. Then there are some alphanumerical markers also. So those who have used touch new markers would know that, right? So there are some alphanumericals that I have kept at the end, and I did not really go by alphabetical order or anything for those ones. I just swatched them as I could lay my hands on them. And I think it was not a bad decision because, as you can see from what I have already laid out, just following the serial number also has given me a good, uh, how should I say, sequence. So you can see almost the similar colors are all together. So it was not a bad thing to have done. So I don't really think I will need to change the process in future. When I actually recorded this, the whole process took me like literally hours and hours. So I thought that's too much of a video length for anybody to sit through. And what I did was then I have speeded up the video, and I also have cut out all those parts where I was searching through the markers on my desk and sorting out, because I couldn't do everything in one go, so I had to do them in small batches. And I have compiled this video for that, and then I'm just doing I think it's called a voiceover. So I'm looking at the screen as I'm talking. So this also is a new experience for me. I have not tried this before, and if this works well, then at least it gives me more freedom, because I live in a neighborhood where there are quite a lot of sounds, and sometimes when there is enough daylight, if I am recording this, there are a lot of background noises. With this process, maybe I won't have to worry so much. I can do the voiceover when it is quieter. I'm still doubtful if the whole video will go without any background sounds. But I'm sure it will be still better than having to listen to doors being banged and people shouting or something like that. So that was the story behind why I was watching. Coming down to the actual markers, Touch New is a brand which I think quite a lot of people are actually using, and I have experimented on a few pictures with them, and I actually like the process of using alcohol markers. So I know from having watched YouTube videos of other colorists that Copic is supposed to be the ultimate, holy grail. But when I looked at the prices of those, I don't think I can ever afford those, because for me, spending so much money on just a few markers itself will be like wasting money. Even if you have the money to throw away, it's not worth it. I would rather invest the money in a bigger set of standard quality alcohol markers. These ones are not bad. They tend to streak, but this is a problem which I am having. So if I'm coloring big spaces, then the streaking is very visible. I'm still learning on how I can try and control the streaking, because it does not look very good and the finishing is not that well. That is where I tilt a bit more towards pencils, because you can control the way you lay out the pigment much more than you can in an alcohol marker. That being said, if you are doing pictures which have broad spaces, I think more than a pencil, and alcohol marker is the best choice, because it is so fast. I have like finished pictures which used to take me 2 or 3 days. I have finished them in one sitting just by changing the medium from a pencil to alcohol marker. Of course, I will not get the same satisfaction of coloring that I get from pencils, but it's a faster process. So if I am in the mood to do many designs on the same day, then maybe I should shift to alcohol markers as and when possible. Also, another thing is, not all books are having paper that can accept alcohol markers, because they tend to seep through the papers much more easily. Pencils is a safer bet, because no matter how bad the quality of the paper, it will be okay to use a pencil. um, but with alcohol markers, you need good books, good quality paper, and you need to make sure you keep a barrier. I have done this a couple of times where I have forgotten to keep a barrier, and I have spoiled the picture on the page after that. So it is a learning process for me. That being said, I am really satisfied with the end product that I have with me in my hands. Is that I like the way these markers are. My only concern is I'm not sure how long these last, because I have never used them before, so I don't know how many pictures I'll be able to color with them. And as far as I know, they are not refillable. Now when that happens, for me there is a concern of waste, and I'm not the kind of person who likes to just throw something in the waste basket, because I cannot reuse them. it I don't know, somehow I feel very bad about that. Even the gel pens that I buy, I usually buy them by the ones which I can refill, because I would rather not throw something in the, like, especially if it is plastic, I don't want to throw it in the dustbin. If it is avoidable, I would like to do that. And that was the thing which attracted me about Copic. If I'm not wrong, they are the refillable ones. but they are too expensive. I mean, I would like to save the earth, but I just can't afford to do it. Let's say it like that, right? So, but since these markers are so popular with other colorists, I have watched them on YouTube and I have followed on Instagram, and I know that a lot of us are, leaning towards alcohol markers. I'm guessing they are not that bad, and I don't think that they last for a very small period of time. So I'm sure there is a lot of life in them, and I hope whenever I reach that stage when my first one of the first markers that gets over, and I will really come to know that time how I feel about throwing away the unused ones, right? So or at what speed I will be throwing them away. So it will be a deciding factor when I decide whether I will go for a bigger set or not. But I don't know if I will even wait for that, because sometimes when I'm coloring I find I'm missing a shade in between, and I would have really loved to have a bigger set. So, if you can afford it and you are new to alcohol markers, I would say right away go ahead and take the biggest set that you have, because uh, then you don't have to worry about shades in between. We are reaching the end, and as you can see, I have finished the marker swatching, and I hope you have liked the video. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.